Okay, so I'm going to walk you through our new process for tracking active caseloads for staff at the health center who receive internal referrals. We decided to use the internal referral form because it's already in use and attached to the different teams who receive referrals, say like physio, RT, social work, etc. So there's two parts to this new process. First is reviewing the revisions that we made to the form itself, and then showing you how to update your dashboard so that you can see and monitor all of the clients that have been assigned to you in one quick view. And then the second part to the new process is the housekeeping habits that we want you to adopt within each client's chart so that we make sure, one, that the caseload tracking feature is actually accurate, and then two, that any of your colleagues who go into the client chart can easily see who's working with the client and what phase of care they're at any given time. So in this test patient, in the internal referral form, I created a training one here. You will see that we have renamed this field here that used to be called referral urgency to renamed it to assigned to. It's going to default to unassigned. And for teams that have multiple staff members who are receiving referrals, we will add their names into that field so that the person who is receiving the referrals and dispatches them or distributes them amongst the team can select the appropriate staff member. If you're a team of one, in terms of your referral form, you can just leave it as unassigned, doesn't matter, but I'm going to pick myself. The other piece to this is we updated some of the request status categories. So the first few categories, it's going to default to new requests anytime a new referral comes in. The first few are related to the referral phase of the process. And then we added in some new categories to reflect more of a case management type of phase. So the client's going through the intake process, which for some teams, this is more than a one and done visit. This is an engagement phase, and then active. So once the client, you're working with them, whether it's for a year or 6 months or 6 visits, you can put them in that active phase and then a discharged category. From the dashboard, what you'll need to do is, if you don't already have a referral tracking widget added to your dashboard, you can add it through here. Click the eye, select the form that you want to track. The field to track, you're going to pick referral urgency. We weren't able to rename it in the background, so it's still called that in terms of the data field, but you'll see that you now have the names. So you can uncheck anyone you don't want to monitor, or say you were a supervisor or a professional practice lead for the team, you could review everybody, or you're taking over for someone's caseload while they're on an LOA, you can add them to their list. So I'm going to just pick myself. Make sure that you have all the providers who create referrals added to the list so you see referrals coming from everybody. And then I would recommend grouping the clients that you see by referral status. So it'll put them in different tabs across the top, and you'll be able to see easily where your clients are at in terms of their caseload, their phase of care. So in my case, when you group them by referral status, you can see up here, I've got 3 new requests. I've got 1 in the intake process, 2 are active, and 1's been discharged. So if I wanted to click on one of these clients, it would take me to that referral form. You might have to search for it if it's been a while. And this is going to take us to the second part, which is those housekeeping habits inside the chart. So if you're the person working with the client, this is your referral form. As the client moves through your care, we want you to update this request status. So, they've been active and now they've completed care with me. I'm going to move them to discharged. So you might have to search for this referral form back through the history. You can search for it from here, from the search tool button, and just make sure that that's updated so that when you load it on your dashboard, it's accurate. The other piece that we want you to do to simplify things for your team is that here in this notes box box. Everybody can add to the notes box. The East team has created a stamp that you can use for the care team involved. It's called East Client Team. So I just searched East in the stamps, and LHC team members involved in care. So you can say social work. Karima, of course, I'm not a social worker, but just hypothetically. And then I would put in discharged and the date, April 2024, so that any person coming into the chart at any point in time can quickly, at first blush, just seeing the CPP, see that in terms of social work, the client's been discharged in April. Okay, so that's our new process. When you go back into your dashboard and you refresh, you're going to see now, if you open your caseload view, that client will have been moved to the discharge process. For some reason that didn't happen. So PSS mommy, let me take a look here. There we go. Just took a second. So I had to actually hit the refresh button, and there it is. Okay. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions or feedback about this new process. And yeah, I hope that helps in terms of keeping on top of your client caseload.